Hello, this is Crypto Neptune, and I am back once again talking about Pulsechain. Remember, nothing I say is financial advice, and you should always do your own research. So, the thing I want to kind of talk about today is the Pulsechain ecosystem as a whole. But before we do that, I ask that you give the video a like, make sure you leave any comments, and if you have not subscribed to the channel, I would greatly appreciate the support. So, getting into the post chain ecosystem, what have we noticed? So, if you look today, looking at post chain, it's down 6.83%, or actually, it's down 6.83% over the last 7 days, and it's down today 6.78%. But there is value in the post chain ecosystem as a whole because with post chain, it's an opportunity to be on a blockchain with low transaction fees or low gas fees. And with Pulsechain also, this will be the first time that Pulsechain will be going into a bull run. So you kind of have to factor that in. Where can you go to potentially get the best gains or the most possible gains? And my theory is I'm feeling that Ethereum whales may be looking for that play to come on to this post chain ecosystem. So for me, post chain is definitely something that I'm looking at far as dollar cost averaging in, buying at these low prices in anticipation of the bull run. What else has been happening? So there's been a big initiative with PDAI on post chain, and basically what's happening is there's a strong initiative to get PDAI to $1. As you know, like over the last 7 days, it's up 77.48%. Now, at one point, PDI was up 0.0024, somewhere around that range. It went on a nice little run up, and my anticipation is that volume will remain strong. Because again, look here, the 24-hour volume is at 4.39 million, right? The market cap is at 37.45 million. So the market cap is strong. It was at the height, it was at 50 million. But the volume and the PDI community have continued to push for this to peg to $1. So that's a narrative we have to look at. Another narrative we have to look at is wrapped Bitcoin. So wrapped Bitcoin on Post Chain has also had like a nice little run. I believe it was up as high as a little over 120 something bucks on Post Chain. And as you can see over the last 7 days is up 62.20%. So a lot of these coins on Post Chain, they're trying to, work towards these initiatives, these to move these up for some potential gains. And again, if you look further, Atropa is kind of tied to like a lot of coins on Post Chain. It kind of works with that arbitrage of buys and sells on a lot of these different coins. But with Atropa, again, it's up 148% over the last 7 days. And I want to say this was as high as 1 cent, 0.016, I believe. But it was inching really, really close to 2 cents at one point, and I believe Atropa will get there. But again, the overall market, Bitcoin is down, as we know. Post chain, which is like a lot of these are tied to, is down. So it's going to cause like some pullback on the market, which is perfectly fine. So another narrative we have here, teddy bear has been kind of like the meme coin for post chain, and a lot of people have been kind of working towards an initiative to push teddy bear. again, like over the last 7 days, couple of weeks, it's just come out of nowhere. Like a lot of these coins on post chain, and a lot of money is coming in. So 405K volume right now currently, and a 2.88 million market cap. But they believe that this meme coin again could run in the future. So definitely keep your eye on that. What else are we seeing over here? TSFI, another one, like over the last 7 days, is up 182%, almost 183%. So there's been some money flowing in there, right? Aave, over the last 7 days, Aave is another one on post chain that has been moving. So there is a lot of moving parts here. Post reflections is up 33.57% on the day and up a whopping 406% over the last 7 days. So as you can see, the volume is definitely coming in on a lot of these plays. If you're looking over on this ecosystem, down is another one that's up, right? And here's another one that's kind of up as well. Token A1A, down is over the last 7 days is up 180%. So you pretty much get the point here. Like there's a lot of action and a lot to kind of consider and think about, because when you're looking on the original Ethereum chain, you know what the price of the actual token is. For example, with Aave, and I think Aave currently trades at a little over $50 if you look at the current price in its original form. Now on Pulse Chain, it trades at 9 cents, but that leads me to believe there's a potential again for more of these coins on Pulse Chain to run up and for more significant profits. So, kind of looking like at all this, and let's see if we can scroll down a little bit more. Post Strip is another one here. So Post Strip is pretty much, it's a 1% ROI DApp where you can earn 100% per day up to 365% APR. Right. So with Post Strip, and this is the current price here with Post Strip. Post Strip hasn't been, it's probably between 20 and getting closer to that 30-day range old. So it's just a strong project. You earn 1% per day. But kind of talking about some of those coins that we just talked about, in the garden, you can stake your Pulse chain, your PDAI, your Pulse X, your Hex, your Wrap Bitcoin. Like all these coins we talked about, Atropa, all these coins that we just talked about on the on Pulse coin list, you have the potential in these gardens to earn 1.5% per day. So you stake them in here, and basically how it works is you stake them in here, you compound your rewards 3 days. After every three, you can accumulate one claim and pull out your rewards. So let's say you compound for 9 days, you would be eligible for three claims in which you can pull out your rewards, rinse and repeat. So that's kind of how like the garden works. And also with this garden, how it pretty much works is it works towards buybacks for P-Drip, which will help in turn in the long run move up the post drip price, because each time you deposit, whether it's post chain PDAI, within the ecosystem, each time you do that deposit, there are buybacks. So on the deposit, there's a 10% deposit fee, 7% goes back to buybacks. Anytime a person claims their rewards, 3% will go back to buyback post drip. So there's a lot to be kind of excited about as a whole with post chain. In my opinion, this would be like an opportunity that people kind of need to be looking at with post chain. Here's like a lot of places where you can go and just trade and buy whichever project you're interested in. PulseX is an exchange I use to kind of swap some of those post chain projects around, whether I'm buying, whether I'm selling. And then Pulse LN is another protocol you can go in which you can swap out, for example, Bitcoin, BNB to get some Pulse chain. That's another way you can buy into the protocol. Like a lot of people I know, they are on the Binance Smart Chain and they have BNB readily available and they're looking to get Pulse chain. So you just simply come here and you do, swap your BNB for PLS. It's pretty much that simple. You put in your address here where you want your PLS to go, and then you you send out your BNB via your MetaMask wallet to the address they give you on the next screen. But pretty much the point of this video is with Postchain, we definitely see the potential because we're going into it's going into its first bull run. So this blockchain is going into its first bull run, and there's going to be like a lot of potential, right? There's been some sort of narrative that potentially Richard Hart may be behind. He's looking to have a stable coin on Pulsechain. He didn't necessarily say which one, but a lot of people are speculating that it's PDAI, and PDAI is the one that's going to be pegged to $1. That's why there's been so much volume on this particular chain. And the rest of these coins are pretty much just kind of like the skies. The skies are the limit. More and more projects will be looking to build on Postchain. Spark Swap, I believe, is like another one that was recently launched on Postchain. I don't know if it's on there. Yeah, it was recently launched. It's on Postchain and a variety of other projects. So there's potential a lot of good could happen, in my opinion. And if you go over to apps.postchainlist.com, it'll give more information on new and upcoming projects on Postchain. So definitely go over there as well. And I'll leave the link in the description for apps.postcoinlist.com along with PostCoinList also. So that's pretty much it. I just wanted to kind of talk about, yes, we are seeing a pullback in all things post chain or anything on the post chain ecosystem, but the market as a whole, there's some pullback, but could be an opportunity to do some dollar cost averaging in if you so choose to. Not financial advice, you do you. But that's kind of what I'm doing. Definitely considering post chain. I have some post chain that I've been DCing in. PDAI, I definitely have some PDAI because there's been just like a lot of volume going through it. Wrap Bitcoin, I opened up a position on Wrap Bitcoin, hoping, like, let's say with Wrap Bitcoin, what if it gets to $1,000? What if it gets to a price of $5,000, $10,000? Now, do I foresee it getting to the kind of like that pegged amount of like around 25K? That I kind of highly doubt, but could it go half of that? Could it go to potentially 10,000? That could be a possibility. And even if you put in like, you know, $30, $50 now and it runs up, if it gets to that point, you have like a nice little bag you can use to profit and sell off. So that's just kind of my thought process behind kind of all these plays. Post chain, I'm definitely looking to hold that kind of long term into the bull run, just stack that. These other plays here will more likely for me be kind of like some, you know, take profits along the way type scenario while it's hot. That's kind of my thing. But, who knows? This could peg to $1 and we'd be all golden. And, even if the wrap Bitcoin gets to, let's say hypothetically it gets to like 5,000 or it gets to 10,000. That's some nice little gains if you DCA a little bit in now. Even if you put in, like I said, you put in $25, $50, or even if you put in like at the current price $84, let it ride up and kind of see what happens. Could be some nice gains there. So that's pretty much it. I just wanted to talk about all things post chain, talk a little bit about what's going on. We kind of talked about post strip as well, where you can essentially go here, stake some of your, you know, PLS, PDAI, and all these other coins here. You can stake here and earn 1.5% per day. But before you do anything, as always, you will need to go over to the documentation and make sure you read thoroughly so you understand how the protocol works and what to expect with the garden. So again, always go here to your documentation or your white paper and read, so that way you're not kind of like left in the dark and not understanding something. So that's pretty much it. Thank you for listening and thanks for stopping by.